The fight between what is good for Bruce Wayne and what is the right thing to do for Batman, and the two of them are not always compatible.
Yeah, and the only reason I grew up in a household of girls, so there were very few Batman comic books lying around. There was mainly like Archie. So that's probably the only reason why I never grew up reading Batman. But you know, I really love Batman Begins, and the Joker, the character of the Joker, was just too good to turn down. You know, I've said this before, but if Tim Burton was doing The Dark Knight and asked me to play the Joker, I wouldn't have taken it, because you know, to try and even to touch what Jack Nicholson did in Tim Burton's world would be a crime. And so when Chris came to me, and I knew how Chris was, you know, he'd already set up the world for me. I'd seen what world it was that I would be playing in. So I knew it was open for a fresh interpretation, and I also instantly kind of had something up my sleeve, which happened to be exactly what Chris was kind of looking for. We sat down and kind of shared ideas, and they were the same, and so we
A lot of the focus on this movie has been on Heath Ledger. How was his portrayal of the Joker?
See, I didn't even know Heath Ledger was in the movie. That's how great he was.
I don't think Heath Ledger was in this movie. It was the Joker.
Heath Ledger pulled off the best Joker I've ever seen.
What separates this from a good movie to a great movie is his performance.
He was amazing.
I don't know if we'll ever see something that great again, but it was great.
Know your limits, Master Wayne.
Batman has no limits.
Well, you do, sir. What happens the day you find out?
There's a great deal of ethical questions that Chris has introduced in this new movie, of somebody who has attained this power, and what that means, and how something seemingly good can actually end up causing a great deal of trouble, and the complications of having power rather than aspiring to power.
Does it depress you? How alone you really are.
Bruce, this is Harvey Dent.
Rachel's told me everything about you.
I certainly hope not.
No, I don't look at him as a villain. That's what I appreciate about my part so much, is that the audience gets so much time with Dent and get to know what he's trying to do and his reasons, that when this happens to him, we're with him. You know, now he could make different choices over here, but still these seem like human choices, and I think that's important.
I've seen now what I have to become to stop men like him. At what cost?
Everybody wants to work hard for Batman, the movie, the franchise, the thing, and then Chris, and then, you know, when you're on set with Gary Oldman and Heath and Christian and Maggie, Michael Caine, you don't want to suck, first of all, and then you want to play with them. You know, you want to give them something to do. You know, you want to see the light in their eyes as well. So everybody is interacting, and the script was so rich that, you know, everybody felt a high responsibility to be good.
Come on, help me! This town is mine now.
Does The Dark Knight deliver?
Yes.
incredible. I'm still shaking over it.
I thought it definitely lived up to the expectations.
Oh man, dude.
Way beyond what I expected.
This is like the greatest movie I've seen this year.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
It is a fabulous, fabulous movie. Terrified me though.